What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like the national championship ratings are in. Guys, for this one here, we got to go to the Caitlyn Clark effect. Let's get it. Let's go. The moment we all been waiting for has happened. That is the ratings for this year's national championship game. Now, I'm tired of beating around the bush, and I'm finna quit beating around the bush with this whole topic because I know a lot of y'all is beating around the bush with it, and I'm finna be the first one to jump out the window and say it. There was no growth in women's basketball. The number shows it. There was no growth as of yet with the WNBA that I've seen that has been exponential with them doing it on their own. Women's basketball as a whole is dwindling back to what it was prior to Caitlyn Clark touching the game. I said it because y'all scared to see it. And the numbers do not lie. Y'all know the old saying, men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. This is a good case of that because there was no growth. There was a Caitlyn Clark. Yes, there was a Caitlyn Clark, and the numbers and the stats prove it. Get down in the comment section right now. Let me know, am I wrong? Because I don't believe I'm wrong. Now, granted, the views is up more than it normally be because we're going to go over all the numbers and go over everything in a minute. I'm telling you this. The numbers are going to drop lower and lower and lower, and they're going to go back down to where they was. There was not a growth in the women's basketball. There was a Caitlyn Clark. She was the growth. She was the one to move all ties. There is a Caitlyn Clark. Paige is no Caitlyn, and I hate to say this because I rock with Juju, but she ain't Caitlyn either. Neither one of those two young ladies, and I don't think anybody else, Hannah Hidalgo, Lauren Betts, any of them, has the star persona, the draw to the box office like Caitlyn did. We need to quit lying to ourselves. We need to quit letting the media trick us. Because there was no growth. There was a Caitlyn Clark. Now, I hate to be harsh here, because I hardly ever be harsh in my videos, and like it's all happy, jolly, but we gotta keep it real. The Final Four numbers proved it. These numbers proved it. And I'm telling you right now, the WNBA season, this is going to be the truth one right here. Because I can almost guarantee you, all them other games is going to go down lower and lower and lower. And guess who's going to have all the views? The Indiana Fever. Because ain't nobody else going to watch all the other teams. It's only Caitlyn. Everybody's going to watch Caitlyn. All of this is about Caitlyn. She is the storyline. We need to quit lying to ourselves and saying that she is not the damn storyline because she's been the storyline since she was at Iowa. Now let's pull up these ratings right here, man, because I had to go deep, man. You gotta cut the fat off here. And this is me cutting the fat off. We got to cut the fat off and quit lying to ourselves and letting the media trick us like there's some big time damn bang. No, there was a Caitlyn Clark. Said fans tuned in Sunday to hashtag national championship rematch between UConn and Gamecocks. 2025 also marks the second most consumed NCAA women's basketball tournament on record with 8.5 million views. Is that 8.5 million viewers? It's the third most watched national championship women's basketball game on ESPN platform. And ESPN has exclusively presented the NCAA Women's Tournament since 1996, and it peaked at 9.8 million views. That's where it peaked at. Now, judging off these numbers, y'all would think everything was cool, right? Y'all would think everything was fine and dandy. This is the third most watched. Y'all would think everything is fine and dandy. Guess what it did last year? Let me pull this up. Last year, it did 18.7 million views. 18.7 million views. Them was the views. I think it peaked at like 23 something million. The views are down by 50%. The views are down by 50%. I ain't lying. Men lie, women lie. The numbers don't lie. Let's pull up another stat. Let's see how they've been looking throughout the years. Throughout the years. So, Christine Brennan, everybody should know who Christine Brennan is if you guys don't. So, Christine Brennan said viewership for the NCAA National Championship game over the past 5 years, right? This is past 5 years. 4.1 million in 2021, 4.5 in 2022, 9.9 in 23, 18.9 in 24, and dropped all the way down to 8.5 in 2025, better than ever by a lot, except for the 2 historic years, Caitlyn Clark. So Christine Brennan went on here and admitted that it was Caitlyn Clark. Now, these are the times. So people want to blame it on the time. These are the times. Game times for 2023 was at 3:30. Game time for 2024 was at 3 p.m. Game time for 2025 was at 3 p.m. The time had nothing to do with it. These are all similar times. These are all similar times. Look, people want to blame it on the time. It's not the time slot. It wasn't the time slot. What it was is that you had no Caitlyn Clark. Paige is not Caitlyn. Gino Ariema is not Caitlyn. Dawn Staley is not Caitlyn. Raven is not Caitlyn. No one that took part in the 2025 National Championship game brought the viewers the way Caitlyn did. And I'm here to tell you guys, be prepared for next year numbers to be even lower. I'm thinking 5 or maybe back to 4 million. It's down by 50%. Did y'all see 18 million? And guess what happened? If it dropped 50 from last year to this year, it's going to drop 50 again and go back to 4 million views. It's going to do it again because Caitlyn was the draw. Until people realize that and understand that, we're all going to be stuck in this clouded view of what the growth is. Because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there was no growth with women's basketball. There was no growth. That was a Caitlyn Clark. The number shows it. For it to go from 18 million.9 all the way, you lost 10 million viewers. 10 million people. We're talking 10 million people. That's a country. That's a small country. 10 million people, bro. That's a small country. we lost 10 million viewers, bro. Since ain't nobody gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. Since everybody else scared to say it, I'm gonna say it. There was no growth. There was a Caitlyn Clark. Get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because you might want to listen to what I got to say. And like always, till next time, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out. Shake